Hello and welcome back to the Technology Tinker. We have been on hiatus here recently, but this was exciting enough that it brought me out of hiding. um, Hopefully we'll be able to resume a more frequent update schedule here in the near future. In the meantime, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down at the bottom of the page. And this is the JInvent IOLinker. If you follow my blog, you'll have seen me write about this a couple of times earlier this year. It was a Kickstarter project that I backed earlier. Basically, what this is it's a low-cost FPGA board for your Arduino, which is really cool. It can be reprogrammed to do pretty much anything you want it to if you know how to program FPGAs. But what it comes with is it's set up for linking inputs and outputs. That's IOLinker. That's why they call it that. Basically what it's made to do is you wire your entire project to this board. It's pretty small. I mean, this is the main deal here. But if you look on the bottom, you can kind of see all the headers. Just about every one of those pins is I/O. There's, I think, 49 I/O on there. It can do PWM. It can also talk by SPI, I2C, or UART. This is a UART board. I haven't looked into it yet. I don't know if it can do all three or if it's you have to select one. I selected UART because it works really easily with Arduino. And at the time, I hadn't really gotten into I2C or SPI yet. Yeah, what it does is you can upload essentially your wiring sketch to this separately. So if you have a modular project where you're changing out a component and it uses a different number of inputs than your old one, no big deal. You just upload a new wiring sketch, and you're good to go. It kind of helps cut down on some of that breadboard spaghetti that we all get when we're prototyping sometimes. This board over here, it's bigger, but it's actually just the Arduino shield. This is a 3.3 volt board, so it works great with the smaller Arduinos, with low voltage projects, but if you're going to use it with a Uno or a Mega, then you need it to use 5 volt logic and be able to accept that 5 volts. So this is just the shield. If you get it turned the right way here, once you get the headers in, it'll just pop right through there, and this will line up with the headers on the Uno or the Mega. And that converts everything to 5 volts. So that's the main purpose for that one. It also kind of breaks it out so it's a little bit easier to get to, because everything is here on the sides as opposed to just all right in the center. It's a really compact little board. Now, what the Kickstarter that I backed, I actually had the IOLinker. We got the Android shield, or Android, the Arduino shield, and a USB drive. This is actually really cool. It's got the IOLinker logo on it here, but it's actually screen printed. You can't really tell so well on the video, but it's actually screen printed with the circuit diagram of the IOLinker. So it's just a neat thing there, and it flips out to a USB drive, and that actually has the files on here that you need to work with it. It's all linked on their GitHub. The software, if I remember correctly, is open source. It's a great little board so far. I haven't had a chance to sit down and play with it, but I intend to here before too much longer. We'll have a link to the JInvent website, jinvent.de, down in the description below. And as well as links to my earlier blog posts that talk about this in a little bit more depth. So I'm looking forward to actually being able to dig into this and really give an actual review of it instead of kind of a quasi unboxing that we were doing here today. But that is pretty much it. Be sure to like and subscribe down at the bottom of the video, and tinker on.